Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Trucks over him, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They have everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 6-0 our score after 1.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Ready? 19 Gridiron, 19 Gridiron.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Ready?
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Check pass. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw.
Open man there, it's Collins, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Smith, the man in motion left. 2nd and 2.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
On third down, here's Walker.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as he'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first one.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level of going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown! A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bucs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second and 11.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion left goes Smith. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up. Get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now a Nice shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll look to throw here. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Nico Collins. 45 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll complete this one to Watson. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 4. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right, and Walker has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on. 19. On the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Amari Barno in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Yeah, this is going to be touchdown, but what a gift here. That's going to set the return team up in the red zone already.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out there with extra 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, You've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Let's go.
Back to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
City always